Okay. I need to remember to get out of the stream starting overlay. I was doing the test stream, I forgot. So anyway, this game just came out on. Wait, let me read the info first. It's I'm gonna play this game for a while, and Jesus Christ, they have a very nice music. What the fuck, the art was really pretty, and I actually thought the cutscene, they have really rad and like they have really good. I guess good, like they have like good animation cutscene. And the title is Light in the Dark, and from what I can tell, it's probably by a Taiwan or China studio? Is it Chinese or is it Mandarin? They have the language between Mandarin and English, so I thought it was kind of pretty, and I only downloaded the demo for now because I haven't like seen what sort of game it is, if it's something that's up to my taste. Wait, let me just switch to, yeah, there you go. So I was unsure whether it's up to my taste, but it looks so pretty. And you know, I was gonna stream Final Fantasy VIII tonight anyway for a while before I go back to do my work and stuff. So so I don't think I'll be around for that long tonight. So I thought might as well just play this game before I go back to Final Fantasy FF8, right? So anyway, I hope the music is alright. Okay, it's a visual novel game, so I'm probably gonna like have a lot of very terrible readings, so bear with me. Okay. That is a load because I was testing, so I'm gonna just new game. A new game. This will override the autosave data. It's okay, there was nothing in that data. So it was about, I think it was about a boy getting kidnapped or something. The world is not fair. There was a saying, the world is one big and intricate machine, with the people as its cogs, and the law as its screws, countless pieces connected with each other in order to operate. Through continuous refining on top of repeated collapse and reconstruction, modern society is eventually formed. Oh, my mouth. The more complicated a machine appears to be, the more delicate it really is. One loose screw will stop the whole thing. One failed detail will lead to collapse. Therefore, we must be ever vigilant and watchful and remove every single problematic piece. Mommy needs to head out and take care of something, so have dinner without me. You can eat whatever you like. If Daddy calls, just tell him I'm in class, okay? The laughter of an unknown man, hurried footsteps, a started car engine. At that moment I heard the sound of dissonance from the machine. It was very cold. I felt the freezing cold before I regained my consciousness. It wasn't so much that I felt cold when I woke up, but the icy air itself caused me to wake up. I opened my eyes and only saw darkness. All I could figure out was that I was in a small room. Okay, off topic, look at that very rad old Nokia model phone, which back in the day you can use this and you throw into the person's head and then they will be instantly KO. Oh, my English is failing me. So anyway, strangely I had no clue about the sight before me. You got kidnapped, boy! This wasn't my room, nor that of a hotel room. My head hurt as if I had a hangover. I tried to stand up to go turn on the lights but got no response from my numb limbs. Wham! The smell of cigarettes and mold was cringeworthy. Sobering up, I finally realized something was not right. What happened to me? A sense of unease appeared in my mind. I tried to calm down and organize my thoughts. I recalled that I was on my way home from cram school. Finally up, rich boy? I had to grasp the situation first. Suddenly she got closer. Not realizing her intention, my body instinctively tried to move away from her touch. Scared? Noticing my slight reaction, she gave a snort of contempt. The last shred of defiance disappeared as soon as the blade touched my body. There was no chance of victory no matter how I resisted. I waited for her next move. All you could hear in the quiet room was our shallow breathing. The tip of a blade moved across my skin, making a small cut. Ooh, that was a nice sound. My tense-up nerves were extra sensitive. I could feel the exact temperature of the air, the roughness of the rope, and the sharpness of the blade. There was a certain feeling of warmth from the blood that flowed out from the wound and down my arm. Nevertheless, my mind was extremely clear. Kidnapping, human trafficking, organ trade. A few possibilities came to mind, but there was no way to determine which. Since we have to hang out a little before I get to the ransom, let me make a few things clear. Don't try to run or talk without permission. I don't mind breaking a few bones. Humans are sturdy after all. You hear me? I nodded quietly. I couldn't digest all the information at once, but one keyword stood out. Ransom. The blade left my skin, and I swore I heard a little sigh escape from her. The sound of light footsteps moved towards the wall. Before I could even feel more confused, a glaring light broke through the darkness in the room. It's so bright, what the fuck? Not able to adjust to the sudden brightness, it took me quite a while to finally open my eyes. What came into view was totally unfamiliar to me. The room was roughly 300 square feet in size. A wall that was meant to be painted was now molded, its original color no longer visible. I made everything in the room, such as the wooden chair, desk or bed, looked decayed. The moldy smell in the air was reminiscent of old ruins you see in the movie. Oh, so she's not exactly a companion then. The owner of the room stood near the window, making a taunting smirk with her lips. I really find the art to be so pretty, man. You never lived in a place like this, rich boy. The words were clearly provocative, bearing me to burning pain. I tried to observe her through the lamplight. She was a young-looking woman. She wore a dark overcoat and a scarf. Her shoulder-length hair casually scattered behind her back, with bangs almost covering her eyes. Not really. I can clearly even see her eyebrows. Okay, never mind. Surprisingly, she did not wear a face mask, helmet or anything else to stop me from staring at her. She didn't seem to mind her face being seen. She didn't have the stereotypical look of a criminal, despite a hint of unease in her meager face. There was a one bit of guilt within those dark brown pupils of hers that was staring straight back at me. You know what? I hate people like you. She was talking to herself and ignored how pale my face was, and made no attempt to elaborate. Shit, it's 30th of August! Whoa, what year is this? Can't really see from here. This was not a conversation, but a simple declaration. Who was she? Where was I? What did she want? Why did she do such a thing? Countless questions circulated in my head, but I couldn't make a sound even with my mouth open. What eventually did come out was something totally unrelated. Why me? The unfamiliar dry voice sounded rough like sandpaper. Why? The girl mumbled my question next to the window. Her face reflected the damp lamp, orange spots of light scattered across her messy hair dancing like fire. She hung her head in contemplation. It took her a while to raise her head again with a grin. No particular reason. As though it was only natural. The empty voice held no emotion but a malevolent sense of pleasure. The world is just unfair. Isn't that your favorite line? Seeing the shock in my eyes, she chuckled. Oh shit, we know each other! With that mocking statement, the curtain was raised on this kidnapping incident. I'm so distracted by that Nokia phone. What a thing that I have not seen in like so long. Wait, oh. There you go. Yay! Day 1. Actually, I'm not very sure how long will the demo be. I doubt it'll be that long lah, so either way I'll still have enough time to be playing FF8 later. I stood in a world of darkness. There was no sky, no ground, only endless darkness. A dream. In this haze, I felt like I was in a dream, yet I couldn't control my thoughts. The intermittent noise was annoying like a radio with poor signal. Suddenly, the ground started to slowly sink like a quicksand. I tried to move my legs, but I realized I couldn't move. Feet, legs, and then my arms. The darkness gradually devoured my body. I heard that vivid disdain before my vision was overtaken. I hate people like you. What did I do, boy? Girl? Aside from the fact that I have money? Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, they have a stamina. Oh my god. I have to like find some way to like save my stamina then. It's interesting that I actually have these. What time is it now? I can't tell the time. So my situations and what I'm supposed to do, my kind of like my objective, I suppose. I have to escape. Untying the rope is my only chance. The only exits are the door and the window. Is there any other option? I should try to converse with her. A better relationship could be beneficial. Wow, this protagonist is awfully calm. A girl with a long hair and a sharp eye. She doesn't seem to be older than 30. Her pale skin doesn't appear healthy. She wears a clearly outdated overcoat and scarf. I still don't know who she is. If only I can get her name at least. Why did she pick me as a target? Okay. Still half asleep, I opened my eyes. The room before me was still the same unfamiliar room. So it was not a dream. A long sigh could relieve the depression in my chest, and my heart sunk to the very bottom. I was kidnapped. Oh shit, why is the poster? Rabi-Ribi! This... oh my god, what a way to promote. Okay, I actually went to... off topic. I actually went to look through the developer who made this game because I was curious. I was like, wait, are you a studio from China or Taiwan? And this was the other game that I had on Steam that yeah, it was made by them. Wow, you promoting yourself over here, eh? Okay, it should be around almost 6 o'clock. It's either this one is the long, this is the short hand, right? So it was in the evening. I woke up, so it should be early morning. Bleh. What were their objective? What should I do? My mind was all blank. There was more confusion than fear. They said one can be petrified when facing a threat. It was a fight or flight. Reflectively stopping our actions to avoid catching a predator's actions. A predator's attention was probably the best way to describe my feeling then. I tried to pull at the rope, but nothing happened. The headache was hard to bear. The painkiller I usually prepared was in my bag, which was out of my reach in this situation. God damn it. My mind did click. Forgive me for my mouth. I keep stuttering today. My mind did get clearer after sleeping. Everything that happened yesterday still felt like a dream, but the reality lay right before my eyes. The morning light brightened up the room. What am I talking about? He just said I just woke up, so of course it's in the morning. The morning light brightened up the room, the peeling paint on the wall and the old pieces of furniture. There was nothing but decay, as though nothing has been touched for a long time. Was it an abandoned house? Did they actually live here? The kidnapper was nowhere to be found. I couldn't hear anything and thus couldn't tell how many people were around. Perhaps shouting for help might catch someone's attention, but the kidnapper might also be right outside the door. I think it's pointless. They should have situated me in a place where it's clearly an abandoned place, right? I don't think like there should be a place where there will barely be people passing through, right? Or at least they make sure you're in a room where people, you know, you're facing away from the road or something. Let's take stock of the situation. My yelling might not be heard, and I could be in trouble if I got the kidnapper's attention instead. Now I'm curious what happened. God, I should have just saved. And now I'm curious what happens. I didn't expect that. Like there's a timer that you can't really dwell on your decisions. I could still feel the pain from where I got kicked the day before. I tried to make myself a little more comfortable and relax my back by leaning on the wall. First, my body. My hands were tightly tied up so I couldn't move them, let alone wiggle out these ropes. My body overall was alright, but I couldn't really rest in this position. I had to save my energy to escape. So where to start? No, I didn't choose that. Also, they automatically chose for you where you last hovered. Oh god damn it. Okay, I can't take too much time to think about my decisions. The clock on the wall pointed to 5:44 AM. Cram school ended at 9:30 PM, so I must have been kidnapped around 10 PM. I was asleep for maybe 7 hours. Wow, what a restful sleep for finding out you've been kidnapped. Okay, enough time to drive from Taipei to Kaohsiung. Oh, okay, the setting is in Taiwan then. I didn't know how long I was out. Possibly a whole day. How long could that anesthetic be effective? No longer than a day, right? If the anesthetic was really that potent, there should also be some strong side effects, yet my body only felt like I took a nap. Oh, that explains why you slept so soundly. Before I could think further, I heard footsteps outside. I couldn't help but tense up. Who was that? Before I made up my mind on how to respond, I saw the girl pushing open the door. Hey girl, holding the knife and wearing the same overcoat and scarf. She stared at me. I tried to look back calmly, but I still clearly feel my rapid heartbeat. Finding it out, rich boy? I looked at her silently, trying to guess her intention from her words or actions. I was in an unfamiliar situation and there were too many questions left unanswered. The location, the time, and the objectives, any sort of information would help. You are free once your daddy pays out, so stay quiet. Or I can't guarantee what will happen to you. With that said, she sat next to the window and lit out a cigarette. It was easy to see her face in the sunlight. Her neglected long hair was just messy, with those long bangs almost covering her eyes. It's not really... okay, never mind. The pale skin was not from makeup, more likely she was born with or the result of poor health. Or maybe drug abuse? Hey. The girl's voice broke my train of thought. She coldly stared back at me with the cigarette in her hand. I will make a few things clear. When I contact your dad, don't talk, don't move, don't get any funny ideas. This is not a game. I don't have any patience and I don't mind shutting you up and breaking 1 or 2 bones. Digesting her every word, I pondered what to respond. Trying to scare me? Got it, yeah? Don't provoke her, please. Got it, I'll play by your rules. Still assessing the best way to deal with her, I should avoid triggering her for my own safety. You better be. I am free. Oh, this is me. I am free once you get the money, right? What do you think? Her nonchalant answer proves my guess. Not that her consent would mean anything. If a kidnapper's promise means anything, then even word peace is not a dream. Wait, is that my... oh, okay. How do I read this? How's... okay, never mind. Hao Zhenjiang, age 19, only son of CEO Hua Jiang. Address is Chongcheng, Road Lane 2. This is so hard to read because I know it's in Mandarin. Lives by himself, buys breakfast at 10 AM every day. Jogs at the park at 8 PM. Cram school every Tuesday and Thursday, which ends at 9:30 PM. Always takes a shortcut via the walkway that's under construction. She lazily reads my information. From time to time, Posh look at me as though anticipating something. But I just drank water! Hydrate the bot, but thanks. As though anticipating something. Quite comprehensive. She grunted after noticing my lack of reaction. The leaking of personal information was nothing new, but it was still uncomfortable to hear someone know your daily schedule like the back of her hand. Was it an acquaintance behind all this, if she knew that much about me? My best attempt to conjure up my memories still failed. Hard to believe she has any reason to pick me. No one but my parents and the building security knew my schedule, and none of them could be the source of the leak. That means she stalked you. First things first, you don't have to keep my feet tied up, you know. I have no intention to run. Even if you don't believe me, my hands are still tied. Also, you have a knife. I can't run away like this anyway. It really is uncomfortable being tied up like this, and it is just I was gonna say pointless. I told you before. She interrupted me, squatting before me and looking at me right in the eyes. I hate people like you. Having too much money to spend, never knowing any pain, everything just goes your way. You know nothing but still act almighty like some big shot. Uncomfortable? You think I care? More uncomfortable the better, I say. What a messed up personality. I feel her enmity, but I didn't want to say that to her. Too many people found society unfair, always blaming his or her failure on someone else, thinking he or she was a victim of the system. If it was this easy to convince her, she wouldn't even end up kidnapping someone. Nothing to say now? Noticing my silence, she tried to provoke me. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna have your face on. What are you talking about? I knew I shouldn't try to argue with her, but I couldn't help myself. I couldn't tolerate such an extreme take on things. If I let her keep going, she might think she was onto something. Oh my god, are you gonna be impressed now? Or are you gonna just stab me? I don't know anything about you, yet you think you know everything about me. My words went straight from the fallacy of her logic. I couldn't help but laugh. If you just want to take it out of someone, say it. Stop making it sound like everyone owes you. Shut up! Oh, that's not a wise move. A full force kick flew at me, I guessed in pain, even before it connected. No, I probably shouldn't have like read his voice a bit like this low, because like from the illustration on like the demo, right, he looks very young. Fuck. Whatever. You all are the same. What else can you do except mumble nonsense? Can say the same about you? I smiled with disdain as I stared back at her face, twisted in anger. Not updated! Oh shit. So what now? Remaining actions. Here you can choose various actions where your action points reach 0. The next phase will begin. What? Oh, okay. Wait, can I open my notes? I know the time. I expected this to be updated, but because I already knew the time, I can't untie my rope yet. And then I can talk to her. I guess I should just chat. What do you want? Okay. So this game is basically really just like trying to find a way to talk it out of your kidnapping, isn't it? I did say that I needed to know her name. Huh? What's your name? The girl was staring at her phone and didn't hear my question, so I repeated it. Huang Yi? Shit, how do I read this without like without that Mandarin pronunciation? Like I don't even know how her name is written. Like Huang Yi is like the same word as like welcome. It's so hard to not read it as Huang Yi. Okay. Huang Yi. She carelessly said 2 syllables before suddenly shutting up. She raised her head and looked at me cautiously. Say again? I secretly remembered the partial answer but acted as though I heard nothing. She dubiously wrinkled her eyebrow and glanced at me while biting her lips. You think I'll just tell you just so you can call the cops later? Why would I? You almost said it anyway. How would I address you then? I need to save my stamina. How should I address you then? Hearing my response, she burst into laughter. How to address me? Are you out of your mind? You can address me any way you want. I'm not here to be your friend. Not updated. Dude, wait, let me check. A girl with long hair, she doesn't seem... Where's her name? It just crossed out, but where's her name? What a weird way to let you know that you've updated your note. Okay, never mind. So what now? Can I chat with her again? I guess I'll just... I already knew what... This is a wise choice. I already knew that she is using me for ransom. So... Is this gonna like cost me my stamina? What do you want? Are you an idiot? Money, of course. Do you think I enjoy kidnapping people? She grunted in disdain, then her mouth broke into a naughty smirk. Of course, teaching a type a lesson feels good too. Otherwise, you think the whole world only circulates around you. The words were still aggressive. I still had no idea why she was this mad. Everything aside, just the fact that I didn't even know her in person made it bizarre why she had such a grudge. What happens after you get the money? Who do you think you are? So what happens after you get the money? Kidnapping is naturally for money, but money for what? Will they ask for more? Escape abroad? And most importantly, do they intend to let me go? What do you think? She raised the corner of her mouth and returned the question. The non-committed smile was creepy. It's none of your business. It's my business now that because I'm like your victim right now. Oh, fuck you! You just pay your daddy's pays up soon. The amount is nothing to you, right? I hope so too. Unless my daddy doesn't care about me. Bringing this out covered my mind in shadow, but I couldn't do anything about it. Okay, apparently it's not really a harm. Either way, you see, it matches up my actions. Can you untie me? Why? So you can escape? No, it is quite uncomfortable to stay in this position. How my hands were tied not only made it difficult to escape, but also were pressed hard against my body, making it even less difficult. I could even feel my hands from the numbness. I wonder if it would cause some problems if I stayed like this. Please, I can't escape without a weapon. I'm not dumb enough to risk my own life. See no response from her, my tone got more and more direct. Uncomfortable? She raised an eyebrow. How about a blanket, a cup of coffee, plus a few novels to help you kill some time? That's not what I meant. Yes, no sugar, please. I should assess her. Okay, that's not... You nuts. Is this a vacation to you? She interrupted me and stared directly at me. I don't care if you're comfy here or not. I don't even care if you're dead. So shut your yap if you get it. You should care if I'm dead. If I'm dead? If I'm dead, you can't get your money anymore. Nothing will change no matter what I said, so I silently turned away my gaze. I should rest when I get a chance. Oh, when I rest, my stamina goes up. This is a very obvious thing. I wasn't sure how much time has passed, but I grew hungry. My head still hurt a little and my tied up limbs only made me moody. She just sat there staring at her phone. She kept dialing some numbers with an anxious expression. Why don't you eat something? Not hungry. You ate this morning? She has no food. Just cut to the chase and stop beating around the bush, will you? Staring at me with certain annoyance, she replied coldly, I want a chill. Hey, chill. No, please. Do you want me to whine? Keep babbling, I dare you. After another kick out of nowhere, she looked down on me relentlessly. You want money, right? How much? None of your business. I tried to negotiate with her, but she just looked even more annoyed. Look, if you let me go now and all my money is yours, or the cash on me and my bank savings, that should work, right? I will say nothing and pretend this never happened. I live by myself anyway, and no one will suspect if I just say I took a walk. Shut up. You think I'm a fool? Why should I believe you? You think you can talk your way out of this? Just shut up and wait for your daddy to pay. She snorted and showed no interest in my proposal. What if he won't? He will. She interrupted me, raising an eyebrow at me. You will be in trouble if he doesn't. I realized her implication. Dry chuckle felt bitter. She had a point. I would be in trouble without the ransom. I suppressed my worry, knowing it was not the time to panic. The priorities were collecting any information, replenishing my stamina, and finding a chance to escape. Can I have something to drink and eat? I haven't had anything to eat since yesterday. Oh? The rich boy is already hungry after skipping one meal. Yes? I admitted without hesitation. Oh, now I made it sound like he's asking. My hunger was real and there was nothing impressive about hiding that. She couldn't retort, so she poured me a glass of water from the bottle after a grunt. I can't grab it unless you untie me. Just lick it like a dog. I tried tried to convince her to loosen up the rope, but she has no intention to do so. Try to oh! Then please hold still. Seriously? Noticing I would do as she suggested, she sounded surprised. If I suck up to her and became her friend, would she let go of me? Not that easy. Isn't that your suggestion? You can feed me otherwise. Not breaking a sweat, I replied coldly. Pride was not edible and I had to keep my strength. I was so used to it. If somebody wanted to insult or enrage you, just accept it plainly. People are like cats. They don't show interest in toys that don't struggle. Shit, you have a point though. Like that's why people are mean in the first place, because they expect a reaction from you. That's why they're mean. They want you to react and like, yeah, I did that. Don't move. No longer composed, she moved closer to me with water in her hand. What are you? I was pressed to the wall without finishing my sentence. Bending my head, she forced the water down my throat, almost like an act of torture. Shit, he sounded older. Okay, I guess not wrong that like I read him with the. You want some more? She raised her eyebrow, smiling victoriously. Oh, fuck you. I couldn't say anything while choking. The spilled water soaked my clothes, making me tremble in this cold weather. That was straightforward and violent, but at least I can rest a little after drinking the water. Oh shit. The cell phone on the table started vibrating. She stole a glance at me, pursed lips after seeing the number. People have small gestures when they are under pressure, like pursing lips or flipping hair and biting nails. The person in question might not be aware of it, but one's body language reveals his or her true emotion. Stay here and don't you dare make a sound. Leaving that threat, she walked out the door with the phone. With the door closed shut, I vaguely heard a conversation outside but was not able to figure out the exact content. Was it the accomplice? There would be less of a chance to escape if there were more of them. I sighed towards the sky. As though mocking my effort, every undesirable event occurred. If there was only her, then I have to rest as much as possible. There might be a chance to escape when she wasn't careful. The door was the only exit. I might be able to jump out the window if I could get out of these ropes. Location, headcount, weapons. Too many uncertainties, let alone how to get out of these damn ropes. Question: There was a tag in the game that had the word gore. Like, is there gonna be gore in this game? I'm fascinated. Not you, I wanna save. Wait, can I not save? No. Oh, I can't save unless it's every chapter. Okay, it was more practical to figure something out on my own than wait for rescue. It would be ideal if I can persuade her to let me go. I must not trigger her before I was prepared though. At the very least, I should make her drop her guard to facilitate my escape. But before that, I'll play it by ear. Ah, look at these. Like, the art is very pretty. Where is the animation? Is it only... Oh, dude! The synthetic leather is all remaining actions. Fuck, I shouldn't look at the sofa. Fuck. I didn't realize that counted. With the cotton inside of it exposed as some gutted dead body. That is my bag, but maybe should I... Wait. Not the date? Are they gonna shield their own game? I'm not gonna do that. This is a closet. Okay, I can't hide in here. What is that? Oh, it's a lamp. Can I look at the phone? I can't do that. What's that on the floor? Oh, it's the cigarettes. Choose wisely. Aside from textbooks, the backpack I carried with me when I was kidnapped has my pencil case, wallet. There's nothing usable as a weapon except pen. A pen can be fatal if you use it in the right way, like to the eyes, which is a poor choice against a knife. Okay. Is it possible to look at this? It's a rectangular wooden desk. The rough, unprocessed surface has sawdust all over it. It looks like it's well worn within time, but I wouldn't want to pick it up even if I found it at the recycling center. Cause rich boy can't stand that. How about a closet? It's a wooden wardrobe. Closet of a certain age with a nasty moldy smell, but wait, but first... Oh, it crossed out when you already knew what was going on, I suppose. Oh, okay. Okay, they do update the note to like kind of let you know like, okay, is there anything else that you can look for to get out of this situation? If you only have something sharp. Shit, like a glass, the glass shard of the lamp? The ravages of time really messed up the door, as though one kick would totally shatter it. So you're telling me I can't hide in it? It's noon, day one. The sunlight shines through the window at a certain angle, adding some energy to the dark room. Even the moldy smell seemed to get much thinner. God damn it. The girl walked back and forth in the room, anxiety clear on her face. What's wrong? Your dad doesn't believe you're with us. What an idiot. Why not let me talk to him? What? Girl! Like, if you have proof to the person you're making a ransom with, wouldn't that be the first thing you do? Say, hey, I got your son, you wanna hear his voice? I'm gonna threaten you. I'm gonna hold my opinions. Like, girl, shut up. Who do you think you are? Did I ask you for your opinion? Triggering a nerve, she hit me with another kick. I just think it might be more effective. No one cares what you think. Shut up and wait for the ransom, get it? But you have a very bad decision. I'm just trying to help you to get the process, you know, smoothly. What's so funny? You think I won't touch you? She frowned upon hearing my laughter and then took out her weapon in a menacing manner. No, it's just that I'm not that important to him. What do you mean? Noticing how odd my statement was, she raised her eyebrow and followed up. I haven't contacted my family in a long time. Our relationship isn't as close as you imagine. I've been pondering since I got kidnapped if I should tell her that I was a poor choice for a hostage. Maybe she will let me go or silence me instead. However, it's only a matter of time before she found out, so might as well be transparent here. Why? You had a rebellious face or something? He's self-centered and perhaps workaholic is more correct. So he's a neglectful father? The complicated family relationship was hard to explain in a few words. I was deciding how to piece my sentences together to answer a question. He spends half a year abroad and never cares about his family. He will work until midnight even when he's back in Taiwan. I don't even see him that often during holidays. It is always about the company. It's all for the stockholders and employees, blah blah blah. In my opinion, it was all for his own ego. Whether it was my graduation, birthday, oh my god, sob story, or even a car accident, he never showed up. Wouldn't even make a damn phone call. Clearly his job is far more important than me. He probably wouldn't even know about the accident if not for the hospital calling an emergency contact. I tried to shrug, but my tied up hands made that a bit difficult. Anyway, he doesn't care if I'm alive or dead. He might even feel relief about me getting kidnapped. Sorry about that, but you will have better luck with his secretary. Oh shit, they're banging. Sorry about that, but you will have better luck with his secretary. Hell, if you let me go now, I can even tell you his secretary's number as a bonus. I proposed to her half jokingly, yet her reaction was unexpected. She didn't open her mouth as she coldly looked at me next to the window. You think that's funny? To my surprise, she walked to me while flipping her hair. You think I should feel sympathy for you? Want me to pity you? She grabbed... fuck's sake. She grabbed my collar and pulled me so close I could feel her breath. You should kiss her. No, actually no. Car accident. Hospitalized. Your daddy doesn't give a shit about you. Be fucking grateful that he didn't even leave you to power death. You think everyone has a happy family? School, meals, home. So many things you take for granted aren't the case for us. Wait, what? Stop acting like a victim if you know nothing. You just made me want to puke. You know nothing about me either! What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Every word was delivered clearly. Her voice contained a certain indescribable weight. Seeing me no response, she let go of my collar. Oh, I accidentally banged my table. Sorry about that. I don't know whether it's loud or not. Seeing me no response, she let go of my collar and spat on the ground angrily. I am wasting my time. Realizing she might have spoken too much, she turned her head away and returned to the window with a dejected look. Well, that didn't work. Oh, he is using a sympathy tactic. It's like, yeah, will you let me go? Will you let go of me now? I guess, I mean, at least it didn't work. Oh well. I sighed lightly. Things wouldn't be that easy after all. It was true that I wanted to win her pity, but there was no lie either. Okay lah, like, you know, there's what's that, Lima syndrome? Is it Lima syndrome or something? That was the opposite of Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, let your kidnapper feel sympathy for you. A father always working and a man never home. That's the image of my family. Every time I was home, I could see upon opening the door was a vast empty living room. I noticed how big the house was, so big that I could only feel emptiness. I breathed out, raised my head and looked at a small part of the sky from the window. The only lie was that I no longer felt hurt by it. I bet you after this, after day one it'd be like, your demo is done. Have fun. Do you have fun? You should purchase this game. Hunger. The night came and I hadn't eaten. I had eaten nothing but some crackers. I never knew starving could be this uncomfortable. Well, now you know. She didn't seem to eat anything either. She was either staring at her phone or smoking while looking outside the window. Wait. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say like she's like, ugh, I'm so poor, but yet like she spends a lot of money on her cigarette. I'm just saying. It's not exactly cheap. At least it's not cheap in my country. I don't know how it was in Taiwan. There were a few phone calls, but all were made outside, so I couldn't hear her. I didn't know what was discussed, but it didn't appear the negotiations with my family was smooth. But first, is there anything? That wasn't what I was trying to do. No, it wasn't beneficial at all. Okay. Oh well. After a lot of hesitation, I decided to ask her. What? I need to use the bathroom. She stole a glance at me, but acted as though she heard nothing. I said, I need to use the bathroom. I repeated myself. This time she slowly turned over. You pee? What? Do I have to look at your ding dong while I make you pee? She probably didn't expect my physiological needs. She opened her mouth awkwardly but couldn't say anything. Can't you figure something out on your own? Clearly the type that got angry when she had nothing to say, she turned her head with a stern face and hit the desk with her knuckles. Realizing this may be a chance to make her untie the rope, I grew silent and said no more. Not knowing my plan, she acted nonchalantly, but kept stealing glances in my direction. Since it was about time, I sighed innocently. I guess I have to do it here after all. Wait. Seeing I wasn't joking, she stopped me with a darkened face. Are you stupid? Can't you go to the bathroom yourself? I can't say that I like this girl. Like, I played Angels of Death And Zack is dumb, but he's like that adorable kind of dumb that like he says some dumb shit, but like you can tell he isn't exactly dumb. But this one is like, I just tie you up. You can't go to the bathroom. I just make a ransom with your dad. But I can't prove it to him that like I really have your son. I won't. Maybe you're not cut out for being a kidnapper. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Jesus Christ. Okay, wait. Let me calm down for a bit. Holy shit. Okay. Are you stupid? Can't you go to the bathroom yourself? Staying in an old house was one thing, but even a kidnapper wouldn't want to stay in a room filled with human excrement. But I can't even unzip myself. Itadaki! I need. Okay, I accidentally banged my table. Anyway, no, I'm not sure whether the one is like even like louder than that. Sorry about that. I totally agree. Like, I am not liking her at all. Like, she's pretty. She has no money, but yet she has a dyed hair. I'm just saying. Not no money, but she's probably very poor, but she has dyed hair. And then like, yes, it makes me want to. I do need something sharp to jab her. God damn, I can't believe she's my kidnapper. I really can't bring myself to like her at all. She has very pretty art, but I don't like her. But I can't even unzip myself like this. Maybe I should pee on my pants. Would you like that? Is that your king, girl? Is that why your name is Huang Yi? You welcome it? You... It's so annoying. He pushed me to the wall suddenly and turned me over. I panicked since I couldn't see what she was doing. I tried to turn myself back but only hear a cold voice next to my ear. Be quiet. She pressed my body with her elbow and I felt a cold sensation on my back. No question about what that was. Do not talk. Do not struggle. If you move, I stab. If you yell, I stab. She was not gonna castrate me, was she? She knew even without my genitals, I still need to go to use the bathroom, right? I controlled myself from saying anything, quietly waiting for her next move. Suddenly, the restrictions on my hand disappeared. Oh, it worked. Yes! It was quite a relief, both mentally and physically. My hands were finally free as I felt exhaustion take over. I never thought moving freely would bring such happiness. Even my shoulder and neck felt much better. If I was the kidnapper, right, I would be like, you want to pee in this bottle? I'm not gonna untie you. Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna leave a thing out in the air. I'm gonna make you pee in the bottle. If I could move my hands, my chances of escape grew more. Raise your hands. As though seeing through me, I saw the sharp knife where I turned around. I told you to raise your hands. Wait a sec, I won't. She was totally not giving me a chance to explain myself. Not risking my own life, I raised my hands obediently. I can't escape even without the rope. Who'd be this dumb to fight someone with a knife anyway? Wait, how big, like, what is his stature? Is the guy in the poster him? Is that him, or is the other guy in the trailer, the brown hair guy, him? If so, he should clearly be more physically... I guess if you don't really know how to unarm a knife, it would be still difficult, but you should be at least a bit more physically... like, a bit more of a... okay, no, I'm killing my brain by like trying to sort out my words, so I'm gonna just like leave this. She ignored my nagging and showed no hesitation with her movements. My happiness evaporated instantly. Within a minute of having my freedom, I became a prisoner once more. One glance at the bathroom and antiquated was all I could really describe it as. Oh shit, look at the towel, fancy towel bathtub. I've never seen that before. The old bathroom naturally wasn't big. The only source of light came through the transom and the air smelled of mold. tiles were engulfed in dirt. The tiled bathtub and the ink green toilet all looked like products of the last century. The drain was so nasty I couldn't even look at it. I tried to make his face in the mirror, but the reflection was so blurry I couldn't even recognize myself. My effort to tear the rope apart was in vain. Then my tight hands moved from the back to the front, and without a tool of some sort I couldn't cut myself loose. But you can't fight her now with your hands in the front! Sort of. But it's gonna risk yourself getting cut though. Do that. Was this some sort of sharp item like a razor or broken towel? Are you done yet? You better not have any funny ideas. I'm almost done. She sounded impatient outside the door. To avoid suspicion, I chose not to stay long. I prepared to leave after finishing my business. A bathroom break was the only time I was by myself. Wait, stop. Is this like, I'm not sure whether I have a choice to do stuff right now. Is this like the intention of like the people who did the art, or like the people who did the game? Because if I might say, look at the window. It's the sort you can just easily turn it and push it open. And there was no grill. If there was grill, I understand. You can stand at the back. Okay, I'm gonna see whether if I can actually do anything in the bathroom, because it seems kinda do you not see this coming? A bathroom break was the only time I was by myself. If only I could find some weapons, or if only I could open that window. I twisted the faucet. Surprisingly, there was still running water. Upon exiting, she immediately moved closer in case I was hiding something. From the road to the pocket, she didn't miss any detail. There's nothing really. Even the body search didn't seem to remove her suspicion of me, as though there was no way I could be disobedient. I will be fine if I collaborate, right? Collaborate or cooperate? I'm not brave enough to risk my life. You better be. You're the only one in trouble if you try to escape. If the rope can't hold you, I wouldn't mind breaking your leg. Leaving that threat, she returned to the window and lit a cigarette. She tightly supported her head. The messy hair hid her expression, making it hard to read her thoughts, which seemed to disappear within the cigarette smoke. Hey, she went through my cell phone and suddenly asked me a question. Why don't you have your mom's phone number in here? I accidentally deleted. Oh, she's busy. No time for me. Having no intention to talk about my family, I tried to end the topic quickly, yet she started laughing mockingly. So busy that she doesn't even know her son is kidnapped. Isn't your dad the only one working? Why is she busy with shopping, afternoon tea, buying luxury purses abroad? How much more buyers can you get? I was fed up with her unreasonable attitude, trying to paint the rich people as pigs drowning in money and all sorts of luxury. They had no ability, no brains, and were only good at ordering people around with money and exhausting their employees every day just to earn more money to waste. I don't know how many people believe in such a stereotype, always suspecting others were doing something illegal if they had a better life than the others. They don't ponder the reason behind those differences, but simply lamented the social injustice and cursed others' success. Such blind hatred towards the rich was simply laughable. People like that make claims like, they're just lucky and rely on their parents, I can do the same if I'm rich, and clutch onto those mental victories of theirs. He has a good point. Bias. Hearing my words, she snorted and raised her eyebrows in disapproval. Are you kidding me? Aren't you the ones with the bias? What can you achieve without a degree? Hey, who let people like her in? Watch out, she must be a thief if she's this poor. Aren't these your words? After a lively imitation, she burst into laughter, her voice filled with self-deprecation. I would like to know what I have done to deserve all your bias. Oh. Okay, look, I don't even know what went through aside from the fact that she's like, I hate you rich people. So, her tone made it sound like she went through a lot of discrimination. I wasn't sure what sort of experience led to such an extreme mindset. Yet such words from the mouth of a kidnapper seemed to only prove those biased statements. Whatever. She turned her head and was not willing to say more. Night came. Her eyes sparkled like a star. Which there is a typo over here, but I shall just ignore it. Focus on some faraway place I couldn't fathom. It couldn't be helped, I know that. The world isn't fair. The girl's whisper was barely audible, not sure to me or to herself. It echoed within the room, like some spell and stayed for a long time. Many things were easier than expected. She never knew kidnapping could be this easy. He was taken without any sort of resistance. The girl looked at the boy next to the wall, who curled his body up to preserve some warmth. The short and rapid breathing seemed to indicate that he couldn't find peace even in dreams. Uncertain if he really fell asleep, despite her drowsiness, the girl didn't close her eyes, afraid that he might escape if she wasn't careful. Once she got the ransom, she could start a new life, away from the stigmas of this mundane life. A notification flashed on the cell phone. Some hesitation flew across the girl's face, but it reverted back to her usual stern look. She had decided long ago it didn't matter what it would take. So long had she lived for someone else, it was time to fight her own right. That was a very long chapter. For a demo. That was really long. Oh shit. Are those drugs or medication? Yeah, like new stuff over here. Oh shit, there's more. So cold though. I didn't feel any better after sleeping. Instead, I felt even more tired. I was hoping to find a chance to escape when she fell asleep. However, time passed and she didn't show any sign of closing her eyes. I couldn't help but fall asleep first. The last thing I saw was her lighting another cigarette. My body must be really exhausted if I could fall asleep like that. Oh, so he is the brown-haired guy in the trailer. Dazed, I opened my eyes and saw an unfamiliar face right before me. Ah! I jumped back reflexively, trying to shield my chest with my hands. Wait, was it the 30th as well? On the previous day? I can't remember what I said. Shit, it's 30th of August! I saw that there's not a single change on the background. I jumped back reflexively, trying to shield my chest with my hands. My tied up hands reminded me once more of my kidnapped status. Regardless, I was shocked by this new face. I stared at the new girl before me. First impressions were her beautiful eyes, clear and light brown like amber. The thick coat and the dark red sweater she wore looked pretty old. Her small body suggested she might be in junior high. Certainly shouldn't be here. I did not know who she was, but I easily noticed the knife in her hand. She stared straight at me, but didn't seem to want to say anything, which emitted an inexplicable pressure. Who are you? I tried to ask her, but she refused to answer and shook her head. With pressed lips, she watched my every move. Her sister, I guess? I couldn't find a kidnapper around. There were only the two of us in the room. Whoa, po, 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 po. Do they look similar? Do they look similar? Shit. The note just increased about his whining. If only there was something warm, like a warm body. In other words, a good chance to escape. Can you untie the... I didn't expect him to... Okay, of course he will... If I call for help, of course he will ask her to untie. What am I talking about? Head shaking. Seeing she has no intention to help, I try to untie it myself. Her expression vividly changed upon noticing my attempt. Don't move! As suspected, only another victim or the accomplice would be here. If she wasn't tied up and instead held a knife, then she must be my guard. Quiet girl and the antisocial girl. What a bizarre combo. If this was a plot in the movie, it would easily trigger a backlash from viewers. It appeared reality could be more ridiculous than fiction. I breathed out and couldn't help but laugh out loud from the stress. That's not a wise thing to do. I have no idea why they would pick her as a partner. I could defeat someone of her size even if she held a knife. That's kind of true, unless if the girl knows how to wield a knife. Assuming she was alone. Is there anyone else here? There would be no progress if I didn't strike a conversation. I decided to speak proactively after giving it some thoughts. She stared at me tightly with no response, making one wonder if she understood. You were asked to guard me, right? Still no response. Can you untie the rope for me? My arms are getting numb if it stayed like this. She shook her head, finally speaking after being silent for a while. Big sis told me not to listen to you. Her voice was light and quiet, like a smoke in the air. I finally heard her speak, and it was... I keep reading things wrongly too. Yet it was frustrating to hear something so pointless. You're so obedient. Who is this big sis? What? No! Who is this big sis? Is she the one with long hair that kidnapped me? Me. Where is she? I need to talk to her. Me. After continuously asking a few questions, I got not one answer. Perhaps I was asking them too eagerly and that made her cautious. She looked at me suspiciously but refused to say anything. I told myself to hang in there. I have to say calm. I still stayed. my mouth died. I have to stay calm in these situations. I took a deep breath to suppress my unease. I tried to smile to lighten up the mood. Do you have anything to eat? Don't tell me your sister doesn't allow that too. I had no strength with an empty stomach. I didn't eat anything since yesterday and my stamina depleted faster under this cold weather. Will I actually die? I just noticed my stamina is not going up at all, even if I took a rest. He looks emaciated. She was most likely not older than the average junior high school student. Aww. I had to save my energy for my chance. This was a war of attrition. Either she let me go, or I give up first. Answering with her actions, she put a bowl in the ground, grabbing the bottled water with difficulty and carefully poured some water in it. I could kick the bottle though and distract you and then run away. Boy, why did you install all that? Here. She handed me the bowl and then brought me a pack of cookies. Worrying I might escape, she never moved her gaze away from me. The hand grasping the knife never loosened up. She could have just used this chance of her distraction to like kick her. Wait, that sounded wrong. Oh shit. I mean, kick the ball in her direction to distract her. Then you can run away. Okay? Observing her action quietly, I hoped to read her thoughts but couldn't tell anything except stress. I drank the water with much effort, spilling quite some on my clothes due to my tied up hands. My clothes were wet again after finally getting dried too. The hard cookies tasted only of flour and nothing else. Even with water, they were hard to swallow. I knew it was not the time to be picky. I had to cherish any opportunity to replenish my strength. Me. Noticing her conflicting gaze, I asked, What? Big sis is not a bad person. She will let you go when she gets the money. So please don't move. I will cooperate. But I will collaborate. At least for now. I didn't finish the full sentence, but she already looked happy and clearly dropped her guard a little. Ah, that means I can escape now. Organizing the information I could gather, I started to plan my next steps. Would the teacher notice something was wrong if I hadn't gone to crime school for 2 days? Unlikely considering how often I escape. But what? A joke's on you. That's your fault then. Unless it lasted long enough. But even in the worst case scenario, they will only contact my parents instead of the police. I started to regret not having more friends who would notice me being missing. That's depressing. Expecting her to let me go upon getting the ransom, would it really be this easy? Remembering that vague smile, I didn't feel as much reassurance. The girl was squatting next to the wall and stared at me while hugging her legs. There was no curiosity in her eyes, as though nothing interested her here. She was just guarding this place, following someone's direction. Big sis, huh? Considering their relationship, it was unlikely she planned the kidnapping. She was most likely just an accomplice following orders. Isn't this kinda dangerous? If they actually got caught? Like her entire future gone. If lah. I don't know about the rules that if they actually got caught, like they actually got turned to the police or something, like that little girl's future is gone. Not really lah, but you know, she will still be taken in for being an accomplice to crime, right? Unlike some stereotypical bad girls who smoke or dye her hair, she looked like a well-behaved but shy kid, but at least if I didn't meet her in this situation. Wow. Okay, there you go. So who was planning all of these? Somehow I felt things weren't as simple as it seemed. There were too many points of suspicion if they were the ones planning this. Even carrying me here would be problematic for them. Also, the person she was contacting also concerned me. Hey. I called out to catch her attention and tried to start a conversation. She was younger than the kidnapper yesterday, and with much less enmity, there might be a chance to convince her. How do you get my information? You are a student, right? Do you know what you're doing? She stared at me with no change of expression. I wasn't sure if she heard me. This might be even more troublesome than the other one. I could at least guess my kidnapper's thoughts if there was some sort of conversation. I was only wasting my time here if this kept going. I don't know what she told you, but this is kidnapping. I tried to sound more threatening to make her talk. There will be punishment even if you are underage, and that will involve your family too, do you know that? They are just using you. They might blame this all on you later. Big sis won't not do that? She abruptly interrupted me. How can you be so sure? Oh, so manipulative! Just because she was kind to you, do you think she would still be on your side then? Finally making her talk, I tried to push forward. Has she told you her plan after getting the money? Do you really know her? Big sis will not do such a thing. You don't know anything about her. She interrupted me loudly and stood up all of a sudden, her little body shaking. I didn't expect such a big reaction. Perhaps our relationship with her big sis is closer than I thought. Of course I don't know your big sis. The music is getting louder. I stopped for a few seconds and stared at her coldly. All I know is that she's a kidnapper. That's all that matters. Liar, you don't know why big sis... She raised the knife and yelled at me with her chest heaving up and down. Why is the music suddenly so loud? Oh my Jesus. Jesus Christ. Why what? Big sis is just... Facing my questioning, she lowered her gaze. Worrying she might get too triggered and really harm me, I decided to change the subject and despite my desire to continue. Anyway, I don't get it, but you better give me some thought. I coldly ended the conversation, leaving her staring at me hesitantly. No matter how much faith one had in others, no one would stay still after hearing those words. I wasn't sure how effective that was. I could only wait and see. It's not like that. Not able to retort, she depressingly squatted next to the wall and mumbled to herself with her head in her arms. Seeing her almost about to cry made me feel a little uncomfortable, but I would do anything as long as I could get out of here. Besides, they were the ones at fault here. There should be no sense of guilt involved, even if I hurt them a little. Survival of the fittest, yo! Give me my water! Okay, wait. Is there anything new in the room? Ah! There's something on the floor. quite a variety of, oh, I can use this for cool. I can use this as a conversational topic with the girl and make her loosen up. Ranging from magazines, reference books to even cookbooks. The only thing they share in common is their poor condition. A theory of justice, the Lucifer effect. Quite a few things I've never heard of. There might be some used books picked up from somewhere. How do I cancel the upload? Is there anything to look at? What is that? Can I click it or it'll be a waste of time? Oh my god, this one will warm me up. It's so cold though. Without my coat, all I have is this thermal shirt, which is far from sufficient in this weather. I have to keep myself warm to even rest. I can't conserve my energy without sleep. Okay, I'm done. How do I get out of this? Oh, there you go. How long you like? Oh my god, I could go like, it's so cold, and warm me up to increase my stamina. Or like, you really like reading, don't you? Yes. I just noticed my mic went off the entire time. Big sis wants me to read more people. Eh? That's not what I meant to say. Big sis wants me to read more so people won't look down on me in the future. Okay, big sis at least has, okay, she has the like far sight for her little sister. Okay, that's good. Huh. The explanation was unexpected. I thought she would say uneducated people are all liars and rich people are all demons. Oh, even you also judge, like, you were being biased as well already, because it's like, oh, you're a poor person, so you think that I don't know, like, wouldn't you feel like you treasure education more, especially like when you can't afford it, right? When you're curious, like, you'll be more like, you know, you feel like you'd rather know more, you know, because it will actually help you getting a fucking, like, it will help you with more opportunities. Like, you know, god, I'm talking too much. Okay, ignore me. All the talk about how damnable the rich people are, yet she still want to be like them. So, does your sis go to school? Only till middle school. She raised her head with a rare smile on her face. She might not look like it, but big sis had good grades. Really? Good grades? I tried to imagine a girl in school uniform and just couldn't see her as someone with good... You're very judgmental! I guess, like, because of her attitude, like, you know, I guess you kind of just get a bit, you know, you have your own judgment now. Stop. So someone named Mr. Ken is involved. This did not turn out in the conversation just now. What is this? Chat? It's a code. Can you bring me a code? Oh shit! Can you bring me my code? I am a little cold. Turned her gaze to the code, but only shook her head. Unmove. Now. I just want to keep warm. It would be troublesome for you if I became sick, right? Me. She hesitated but handed me the blanket on the bed after seeing I wasn't lying. Here you go. Thank you. So, please don't run away, okay? Hearing her almost pleading tone, for a split second I didn't know how to respond. It wasn't like I have a choice. What was she thinking about? Regardless, I could finally rest nicely. And your sister will fuck me up when she came back to find this. The next day, and it was still August. The prison life was surprisingly boring. You couldn't do anything with tied hands, and the only person you could talk to was a silent rock as she sat in the corner of the room. There was no room, there was no phone, no TV, no internet. The usually insufficient 24 hours now felt way too lengthy. Yet she didn't look one bit bored. Flipping through a book from God knows where, she observed my movements from time to time. I ate the same cracker for breakfast and lunch. I also went to the bathroom once, hoping to find a chance to escape. There was the window! Did nobody communicate? I'm so bothered by knowing that window. I doubt you'd be like jammed so badly that you couldn't push it open. Right. Maybe the window will break and then you make a sound that your kidnapper will be like, what the fuck is going on? Is she trying to escape? Am I overthinking this? She stood outside with a knife when I was in there, neither rushing me or leaving. Finding nothing useful there, I had to leave without much ado. The protagonist is dumb as well, I'm just saying. Don't you eat anything more normal, or do you just love crackers? She ate the same thing as me. The sort of cheap cookie was tasteless no matter how long you chewed, only making your mouth dry. But excuse me, crackers are great. Unless you won a year's worth of it from a lottery, there really was no reason to keep eating this. I started the conversation out of boredom. She raised her head thoughtfully. This is very cheap and lasts long. Aren't you worried about malnutrition? There was nothing but starch, let alone fiber or vitamin. Pretty ironic for someone with a pretty name, Nutrition Biscuit. What? Did I know her name already? Is it just because it's a demo that's why like they're filling up like some things that I was very sure that I didn't do? That might possibly be. Oh! Showing no concern about balancing a diet, she didn't even raise her head, just replied nonchalantly. Hanging out with her this whole morning, she didn't even give any sort of proper response except when it was about her big sis. Pretty incredible, I would say. Strangely, it was not like she cared about this big sis that much, more like she just didn't care about anything else. Do you figure something out with my dad? No idea. Her answer without a second thought didn't appear to be a lie. However, it did trigger my curiosity if she didn't even care about the status of the ransom. No matter who you are, you must care about something, whether it's family, work, or even a dream. Yet, she did none of that. There wasn't even some sort of enmity against me, only caution at most. Maybe I should have done that. Why do you like your big sis? Hesitating a little, I decided to follow how she addressed the person in question. Cause big sis took good care of me. That's it? She said no more despite the wait, then realized she had finished. I bit my tongue just now, whoops. She frowned and stared at me. You were willing to do all this just because she took good care of you? That's a lot. You're just way too easy to be satisfied. Wait, first of all, how dare you? What the hell, if you treat her nicely, she might even kill someone for you. Kidnapping is no small crime in any country. It can easily end up getting you more than a 10 years of jail time. Thank you for letting me know that. Like, I wasn't very sure. It's like, is this not a thing? Is this not a thing in certain countries? Am I like just really uneducated about this? I finally understood why gangs like to recruit students. Of course, that age, anyone nice to you must be a friend, and one could do anything for a friend. really? I'm pondering about this. Not really. If I were in high school, like, I wouldn't give a fuck about you. But college, though, there was a little bit of a change-ish, but that wasn't very nice. Unable to retort, a bit of confusion flew through her eyes. Because Big Sis is nice, so I want to help her. Is that strange? She said quietly. Depends on helping with what? It was a simple question, but with implication. But won't you want to do it for family? Maybe no one would take care of her except this Big Sis. Many things you take for granted aren't the case for us at all. Remembering her words from yesterday, I realized they might have some real difficulties. Now I just feel sympathy. I might have regretted choosing that. Oh well, fuck this. Crime is crime. No matter how pitiful the past was, they had to take responsibility for their actions. There was no need for sympathy. I just needed to think about how to escape. Oh, it's only day 2. It's still day 2, okay. Let's just pay attention to see if the next day, if the demo haven't ended yet, if the viewers actually see wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, if you actually see 31st of August. Within the silence, the sudden vibration of the cell phone sounded extra sharp. Unlike yesterday, the girl picked up the phone immediately. Hello? Maybe being asked about me, the girl glanced at me when answering the call. Yes, it's alright. I had no idea what the conversation was and could only guess from her words. Okay. It was the kidnapper from yesterday. Excuse me. Where would she be if she needed to call to confirm my situation? Did she already contact someone to get the ransom, or did they have other bases of operation? He is next to me, alright? The girl handed me the phone. I raised my tight hands and then shrugged helplessly. Hesitated a little and then put the phone next to my ear. If with this distance, maybe I could bump into her with the element of surprise. I could probably still overwhelm her even with my limbs tied. Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm finally taking the opportunity. Before making up my mind, I heard a voice from the phone. Hello? The cold voice sounded a little different from the phone. The noisy background seemed to be from somewhere outside, maybe a restaurant or a karaoke place. Hey, can you hear me? Yeah. I see you're still kicking. Sorry to disappoint. She didn't seem pleased with my greeting. Maybe she was expecting me to get all panic and shiver into the corner of a wall. The more she wanted to see me in fear, the more I wanted to act indifferently. It was not really any sort of strategy, just some sort of pointless showing of resistance. You should know by now, but I will repeat this again. Don't try to run, don't ask questions. I am watching you, and if anything happens... She paused, and then left a threat. Even if I agree to return you, I'm not breaking the deal if you are missing an arm or leg. I got it. I didn't even need to guess what she wanted to say. Lose an arm or leg from me off the cliff, blah blah blah. Hell, even agreeing to return me alive was already insanely of her. Most would even intend to keep the hostage alive. Hostages usually get silenced after the kidnapper gets the money and are ready to run. I didn't plan to believe her words from the beginning. If I play too nice, I might get killed without knowing how. Is my dad paying? It's none of your business. Just worry about yourself. But... bullshit, why would I ask about that if not out of concern of my own safety? I wanted to ask more but got stopped immediately. I'm heading back now, stay put. That's all. Oh no, you could have taken the chance to run, boy. Before I could say anything, she hung up. Hanging out right after she said whatever she wanted. What a woman. Hearing the empty sounds of disconnected call, I knew being mad would make no difference. What did Big Sis say? She approached me once the call ended and asked me worriedly. Within a short period of time, I wondered what to say. She told me she told me to stay put, and she would be home. I should have manipulated her. I did. The timer was too fast. Oh, not showing any emotion, she simply took away the phone and sat down on the corner. I remember how the big sis sat next to the window smoking, seemingly lost in her thoughts and impatience. In contrast, the girl was way too quiet, holding her legs like a kitten waiting for its master to come home. Usually these kind of people are more deadly. How much did she really know about the kidnapping? He didn't even know me, know what to do. Plot twist, she was the one who planned the kidnapping. Her big sis asked her to guard me, so she guarded. Her big sis asked her not to talk to me, so she didn't talk to me. Whether it was about the outcome or the reward, she was clueless and didn't care. She just had faith in her big sis. Such blind trust was not far from stupidity. I almost felt bad for her. Time felt much longer when you were waiting. I was sighing in relief when I heard a sound. The sound of motorcycle engine turning off somewhere in the distance could be heard. The approaching footsteps echoed through the staircase, empty but with a certain You have a motorbike? Okay, maybe it's an old bike. There was no elevator. Was this an apartment or some sort of privately owned house? I could only hear one person's steps, so there was no one coming back with her. I'm back. The one who walked in was the same girl from the day before, aka the big sis. Same overcoat as yesterday. Her expression didn't change either. Welcome home. Don't say welcome home to your kidnapper. What the fuck? One might think that you have Stockholm Syndrome. Not sure what I had in mind, she suspiciously looked at me and handed the plastic bag in her hand to the other girl. Bento, I guess. Bento. Eat it while it's still hot. Big sis! The young girl whispered something into her ear. I couldn't tell the context from this distance. The girl nodded, staring that straight at me. Shit, I fuck up. She's gonna kick me, isn't she? Once the girl finished, she moved towards me with the knife. She tried to check the rope, even pulling it a few times to make sure it was tight enough. I told you I did nothing. If I can get out of this, do you think I would still stay here? Quiet. Ask her then. She threw the other girl a questioning glance, which was answered by the silent nod. Her head wasn't even turned. It seemed like the bento was much more attractive than the situation here. Now I'm hungry as well. She snorted unhappily, but couldn't find a reason to add up. She then just started laughing scornfully. Whatever, I doubt you have the balls to try anything. You have to reach daddy and mommy arranging everything for you from school to job. You probably even have a housemate that cleans for you. You can't do shit on your own, can you? Oof, oh boy, here we go again. This ridiculous enmity was not just aimed at me, but anyone with a better life than her. What was the point of hating all these people? Would it change anything about her life? Wouldn't it be more practical if she tried to change something instead of all this hate? Where did you go? She probably would only be more pissed off if this continued, so I decided to change the subject to avoid trouble. What am I saying? To avoid trouble. Why do I need to inform you? Not cutting me any slack, she raised her eyebrows provocatively. I sighed helplessly. This was really going nowhere if she kept up with this attitude. You start eating, don't mind me. Only after she spoke, I noticed the young girl didn't move her chopsticks despite having the bento open, as though waiting for a big sis to start the meal together. I had dinner already, you don't need to leave me anything. She softened the expression in her eyebrows and gently patted the young girl's head. There was even a smile on her face. The young girl nodded obediently. Even an outsider like me could tell how close they are. Oh, they do look similar when you see from here. If anything, I wouldn't even believe she still had such an expression in her. Like, you just met her, to be honest, like how she just met you aside from stalking you, but you know. More questions appear in my mind seeing their interaction. With such familiarity, what was their relationship? Oh shit, it was not updated. Wait, let me check. Try to converse with her. I have something warm. Why are you not cancelling this? Maybe because this is the demo. Okay. It's still quite interesting. Well, the sound of water flowing into the bathroom reminded me I hadn't taken a shower in 2 days and I stink like fuck. It still felt uncomfortable even though I barely moved or sweated. I was willing to give up half of my worldly possessions for a hot shower and pay with my future income for a cup of cocoa as a bonus. The young girl was clearly starved and was quietly and happily eating the rice. She didn't even pay attention to me. Her figure looked extra weak and small from here. I still couldn't believe she could be a kidnapper. What kind of family would allow her to do such a thing? Whatever. Considering my own family, I have no right to criticize others. That's true. Huh. The girl left the bathroom holding her hair. She only washed her face since there was no hot water. The light shined on her face, rendering the pale color a little more rosy, yet the face was still cold as ice. Yes, cold as ice. We will sacrifice your love. Shit. Sorry about that. Okay, every time I see the word cold as ice, I just remember that song. Okay, what are you looking at? She sensitively noticed my gaze and asked me with an eyebrow raise. Nothing? I was just thinking I hadn't taken a shower in a while. You think this is some fancy hotel, rich boy? I would have called the front desk with this level of accommodations. You keep talking, I dare you. Never mind. Girl can't take a joke. She snorted with contempt, then walked to the window to lightly shake the young girl's shoulder. The young girl had finished the bento and was falling asleep next to the wall despite her best effort to stay awake. Go to bed to sleep. You will catch a cold like this. She nodded sleepily and climbed into the bed obediently. Not caring at all about the dust on top, she grabbed the bed sheet and lay down. Maybe she was really tired. It didn't take long for her to completely fall asleep, leaving only the sound of steady breathing. In the what? In the what? The girl walked to the window, opened her bento, quietly started to eat. Nothing for me? Tormented by the scent of the food, I couldn't help myself and asked. You can just eat the cookies. How about just a cup of coffee? I have money in the purse. Maybe I can give you can buy some food? I don't know. Can I bribe you? Rather than a hot dinner, I preferred some hot coffee to relax my nerves. You done yet? I had learned protesting wouldn't help, and now the headache was even more unbearable without coffee. Oh, coffee withdrawal. I get that. She looked troubled and was just absent-mindedly eating. She kept poking the chicken drumstick as if it was some sort of meaningless release of tension. Please stop playing with your food even if you're not in the mood. I'll take it if you have no appetite. The hunger plus anger drove me to give that suggestion. I doubt doing that will solve your problem. Nevertheless, I noticed a darker mood and decided to keep my mouth shut. Piecing all the clues together along with her reaction, I could only come up with one conclusion. You couldn't reach my dad? How did? Are you trying to trick me? Realizing she slipped without thinking, her face instantly darkened. I didn't mean anything, I just thought. Fearing she might lose her temper, she immediately tried to pass on the responsibility. However, she suddenly stood up. Are you looking down on me? Finding me easy to fool? Oh, to be frank, you did like cut my rope for me because I was like gonna pee. She bit her lips and I just realized she's wearing gloves. Shit, so she won't leave any evidence. She bit her lips, staring at me with so much hatred, voice colder than ever. Not at all. I'm just randomly guessing. There must be something wrong, and I doubt the police has found out about this so soon. Look, my reaction far surpassed my expectation. Oh god, there's gonna be a QTE here. The QTE I have to choose now. Oh shit, what if I fuck up? My stamina is very low already. I tried to explain myself, but that didn't stop her walking towards me. She walked closer and closer with the knife, with eyes flashing with madness. Was she really gonna do this? Now I was really fearing for my life for the first time ever. She looked like a cornered animal that would try anything in desperation. Oh, maybe I should struggle. Ah shit. Before she got the money, she wouldn't kill me. Resistance was futile. I decided to close my eyes and grit my teeth, hoping she would not really do it. I smelled a faint scent, and I felt her hair on my cheek and her rapid breathing. What is that smell? Believably, at this moment of life or death, I was thinking about something this insignificant. Against the skin was a cold sensation. The blade was right before my chest. A simple push will bury it deep into the flesh. I opened my eyes and saw the look of ice right before me. Don't lie to me. The voice next to my ear was light but clear. I will say it one more time. Don't lie to me. If you look down on me, you will regret it. Her voice was steady, but not the knife in her hand. She didn't clarify how she would do it or nor ask for my confirmation, yet this threat was more powerful than anything prior. All my words got stuck in my throat. My body was paralyzed to the point I couldn't even think, and I couldn't even see my face. She meant it. I could read the emotion in her eyes. There was pure, murderous intent. No question about it. She would do it if I did it again. I'm done with folks like you. Don't think I won't do it. Worst case scenario, I would just die with you. No biggie for someone like me. Let's just say that you... Okay, never mind. She finished her sentence, then moved the knife away and walked back to the window. I just lay there on the ground motionlessly. My tense body was still trembling. But you were on the ground? Okay. Only till then I confirmed something. They could end me anytime. The notion of her not touching me before getting the money or having some backup plan meant nothing to them. At this point, she had nothing to lose. I mean, like, if that is the case, she wouldn't be threatening you, but she would at least like cut you or something, right? If she really want to mean, like, she really meant her threat. I took a deep breath while facing the window. That's how I calmed myself down since childhood. What I needed to do stayed the same. But this was no visual novel. Hey! This was no visual novel. Are you sure, boy? But this was no visual novel, but a cruel reality. Joke's on you, this is visual novel, so you're not gonna die. It was night. Oh boy. I could barely do anything actually. The desk lamp drew a long shadow from her. What just occurred still creeped me out a little. However, since she hadn't contacted my family, there was still a chance. I breathed in deeply, gathered the courage and talked to her. I have a proposal. She just looked at me. She just looked at the window motionlessly, showing no interest in my question. Let me go now. All my money is yours. Hey dude. Yeah, I know, right? The art in this game is like so pretty. Like, it actually caught my attention. Like, what's new on Steam. It just came out on Steam, so I just downloaded the demo to try out like what it's about. If it's like nice, like if it's like to my thing. It seems like my sort of thing, kinda. So like, yeah, there's the demo. It might not be much, but about 70,000. My brain died. 70,000 to 80,000 NTD in total, and I swear I will tell no one. Knowing she must be listening, I kept going on my own, even without a response. You can guard me all the way to the ATM if you want to, or do it in any manner you prefer. You want to keep this down, right? Is this all necessary? I put in my last bit of strength to convince her. Considering her position, I tried to propose something that would be mutually beneficial. I believe no one would risk his or her own life until there was no other choice. Now it's still not too late. Think about it.
Like, look at this art, it's so pretty. Yeah, I do agree.
The wait was so long, I thought there was no response, but she finally turned her head. There was no rage in her eyes, only exhaustion. Why should I believe you? Why should I believe that you hand me the money and never call the cops? I couldn't answer out of hesitation. It was hard to create a situation where both sides can trust each other at the first place. I wouldn't agree to such terms if the roles was reversed. I would be the one in control once I got my freedom. She wouldn't be able to do anything to stop me from calling the my mouth. I was gonna say calling the police. It's the same word anyway. No answer? Then shut the fuck up and stop wasting my time. Rather than handing her fate to me, she rather believed in herself. I'm actually not sure how long this demo lasts, but I plan to. I don't think it'll take that long. So after this, I do plan. Do I have enough hours? Oh my god! If it really if I do end up finishing this within 3 hours, I'm just man, I guess there goes my FFH. Oh, my gathered confidence grew fainter and fainter, and I was temporarily out of ideas. But if this kept going, then what can I do to win your trust? I asked with the last of my courage. Matching her stare, I could see the fragility under that cold look. She grew silent. I started to ponder my question. Then a bitter smile appeared on her face. I don't know. Girl, it's hard to like you. She turned to the window and quietly said it again. I don't know. The mood is heavy. I must try to do something. Okay, can I actually look at anything else? There's a bento box, which I don't think will. What is that? What is that? Yeah. I wasn't sure what brand it is, but the smell is not as bad as I thought. After inhaling, oh, it's just a fucking cigarette. It has a blue packaging. What brand is it? Dunhill. But Dunhill is red. I should try to ask about it. It might be the clue to identify who she is. But you already knew her name. What will you ask her for? Oh my god, the clock never changed. The clock did not change. I bet you on the next day, this calendar will still be 30th of August. Honestly, I don't know whether if there's actually... I don't want to waste my amount of number of actions I can take, you know. So I don't want to just click on the poster out of curiosity. Do I really want to ask for a brand of cigarette? How much does she know about kidnapping? Maybe ask about do you realize what you just got your little sister involved into? How much does she know about the kidnapping? I asked her about the young girl, hoping to know who she is. Huh, it's none of your business. She changed subject non-committedly, but then after a while followed up with, she has nothing to do with this. I forced her to help. Oh. I was surprised by this answer. I thought that she would push the responsibility on her, yet now it sounded like she was protecting her. I mean, duh, she is the little sister. Okay, I suppose if it's possible, is it possible? If they ever actually got caught by the law, she can plead, instead of her sister ended up being her accomplice, right? She can plead that, no, I forced her to cooperate with me. But then they are related. I wonder how well that would go. What an interesting relationship. Don't you feel guilty? Using a kid like that, don't you feel guilty? One more word and I'll make you not be able to talk again. Hitting a nerve, she malevolently pulled out her knife. It felt more like a range than a threat. How pathetic. If you're gonna talk big, then you better face it. No. I was just asking out of curiosity. Why are you so volatile? Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna last. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die in this demo. I'm gonna die already. The punch in the face was painfully hot. Seeing her twisted face out of anger, I looked askance at her and grunted. Going for violence just because you can win an argument. How profound. Are you? I didn't even need to talk to arrange her. I just needed to keep looking at her. This naturally wouldn't help anything, but I couldn't follow it down seeing how she manipulated a naive girl. The mood is heavy. Would this strike a conversation or she will hit me again? And you know, considering my stamina, right, if he had been eating crackers throughout the day, right, it should increase little by bit, right? Am I like being too like nitpicky? Because like, you know, maybe in the demo it actually does matter, but in the demo, in the full game it actually does matter, so I'm just like being unnecessarily nitpicky about this. What is the brand of cigarette you smoke? Why, you wanna try it out? Nope, I'm fine. Then why ask? I just found it smells special. She figured telling me wouldn't matter much, so she answered easily. Like 7. My dad only smokes these. Your dad? He hit the road some time ago. A shitty man who doesn't take care of his family. I will kill him if I ever meet him. See how angry she got. I found something strange. Isn't it just contradictory to hate someone yet smoke the same brand of cigarettes? It's a reminder of I will get back to him. When I see him, I will kill him. This is my memento. It's a reminder of me, for me, of him. Like, you know the comic, the Nemesis one, is like, I have a photo of my Nemesis right beside my bed. My mind tonight keeps stepping on me. Oh god, like how long? That means you guys didn't hear what I was like blah, 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 talking about just now. Fuck. I was being so enthusiastic just now. I forgot what I just said. I didn't want to waste my action for another observe, but if I chat with her, I feel like asking her this. Do you really think you can get out of this unscathed? She will actually beat me out and I would die for sure. Maybe I should read. No, I should make use of it. Okay, I'm not sure what's up with tonight. My mic keeps like mute, like just cutting off by itself. Sometimes it happens, but it hasn't been happening that frequently lately, so I didn't. Can I look at the books? Poster seems like it's an unnecessary question. What if I can get her to open up and they'd be like, you like Rabi-Ribi? By the same studio who made this game? I like Rabi-Ribi too. That's not gonna work. Oh, okay, what if I look at the lamp and then like, I'll be like, oh, if I break this lamp, I have something sharp. A strange looking lamp that doesn't even have a lampshade. I don't even know what era it might be made during. Can I toss it like a weapon? I have to untie myself first though. You don't have to, like you can just use both your hands, crush the thing, bleed, and take the shards and like toss it. I said it like it was easy. Maybe it's not as easy as I thought, and I'm just bullshitting. It was getting late and I still couldn't find a way to change the situation. Instead of escaping or waiting for the ransom, the safest option was to convince her to let me go. Things could still get resolved without anything happening. It would not be this easy once the police got involved though. But how? Even though I could tell she had hesitation, I couldn't win her trust. So I had to win her trust first. Oh, that's so cute. The sudden vibration broke the silence. She looked at the phone screen, then jolted a little as though getting electrocuted. She lowered her eyes and read the message. She raised the corner of her mouth but didn't appear to be that happy. What? I had a bad feeling and instantly asked. There'll be a call in 10 minutes. Tell your dad to pay up if you want to go home. The unexpected change of events instantly froze my blood. This was way too soon. I was naive to think I still have time to convince her. The moment she reached my family, there was no turning back. The police would start taking action, the family preparing the ransom and the culprit preparing to escape. What do I do now? I quickly went through all the possibilities in my mind but couldn't oh my god, I was so like okay, never mind. I was so like absorbed in reading, I totally forgot to properly greet you. I'm not sure whether you're still here, but hey dude, thanks for dropping by the stream. So how are you? I quickly went through all the possibilities in my mind but couldn't come up with a solution. I must not stop thinking. There must be a way. Time passed second by second. I had no time to hesitate. Just want money, right? Is there really no other way? Out of options, I gave my all and just yelled at her. Not giving her a chance to contemplate, I continued after a quick break. Let me go and you can have all the money and proof of my silence in all this. Think about it, you really think you can get the money this easily? Are you okay with playing hide and seek for the rest of your life? I couldn't finish my words. Seeing her expression, I realized that was it. Under the night light, she looked almost like a dream, too empty and transparent to be touched. The smile couldn't hide her helplessness and those eyes were filled with regret. Silence and immense sadness. There is no turning back. Her voice was surprisingly calm. There was no anger or accusation, only concession in that expression. She surrendered her hopeless life. Nothing was more convincing under that expression. So even she could make such an expression of hopelessness. There's been no turning back since a long time ago. The phone vibrated again. Seeing her pick up the phone, I couldn't say anything. I should have known the moment the phone rang. Nay, from the very beginning, she had no other choice but this. Under the serene moonlight, the cogwheel started to spin faster. Wait, am I dead? The art of the animation was not how I remember from what I saw from the trailer. Is it because it was like I saw it that the video was very small, so I thought like, wow, it looks so pretty. I mean, it is still good, like somewhat good. Like, you know, it's just a simple. Like, it's kind of nice to see the visual novel game, but like, man, I remember it very differently. You never got a chance to choose. Wow, that's all. Holy shit. Well, that was alright, but you just, yes, thank you. You just ended it. Yeah, like I'm really curious now, like what happened after he ended? Like she's just like, it's too late, and then she just ended. It's like, no, what? Okay, at least like plot wise, I still find it. I actually do like still find it interesting. Like I'm quite curious with like what's going on in the game, but I am really unsure about like how far this game goes. Yeah, the demo team made me go like, what the fuck just happened? It's actually on a 10% discount right now on Steam. So
Maybe it will be in my wish list, and someday when I have the budget, I'll probably get the game. I don't know.
But I actually do wonder, like, how many days, like, what are the limits of the days that passes through in the game that you can, like, I'm not wording this right. Like, how many days do you need to take in the game? Like, do you have to, like, find a way to escape within that 2 days? Not 2 days, okay, let's exclude that. Within, like, maybe 3 or 4 days within that day, or like if I let the story continue, right? Like, I'll actually get out of the room. I don't know how to say this. Like, is the entire game gonna be inside the room? I don't think so. Oh, I got like a few missing soundtrack. Or probably I missed it, or like it's gonna be the full game. And I really wonder, cause like now I know what else I said that made her punch me. So to lower my stamina, I wonder if I gave the right answer, I would have gotten a different end. For all you know, like, everything I say is gonna make her punch me either way.
And she's so mean.
Okay lah, like overall the game was alright. A light in the dark. Guang is how you read this, like Guang. But it's pretty, like, I guess it looks pretty, like, from what I played, like, it looks pretty good. Like, I had a good impression, so there you go, A Light in the Dark.